You won't believe this. I once fixed a possessed Corolla, every light flashing for free, just by pulling a hidden fuse. No scanner, no new parts, and definitely not the $500 the dealer quoted. The truth is, your car's ECU is its brain, and most of the time it's not broken, just confused. I've got 7 reset tricks like this. Real ones I use in the shop to clear ghost codes, smooth out rough idles, and even revive frozen screens. Stick around, because the last reset could save you the most money. And hey, if saving cash and keeping your car running right sounds good, hit that subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Reset number 1. ECU fuse relay reset. Hidden fuse box trick. Ever had your car act up with weird glitches, but you don't want to wipe out your radio presets or window settings? That's where this little trick comes in. Instead of yanking the whole battery, I pull the ECU ECM fuse from the hidden fuse box. It gives the car a fresh start, but it saves the stuff you care about. Last week I had a Corolla owner who swore his dash was haunted, warning lights everywhere, rough idle, but he didn't want to lose his stereo radio codes. We popped the hood, found the ECM relay, pulled it for a couple minutes, and plugged it back in. Boom! Strong opener moment. Car ran smooth and all his settings were still there. It's simple. Locate the fuse, pull it out for a short break, then put it back. That's enough to clear the car's confused brain without wiping everything else. Ever tried pulling a fuse to reset instead of the full disconnect? Next up, let's tackle a reset that fixes your infotainment when the screen freezes. Reset number 2. Radio infotainment. Hard reset. Ever had your radio screen go completely frozen, like it's ignoring every tap? I see this all the time in newer cars with fancy infotainment system. Drivers panic, thinking the whole ECU display is shot, but usually it just needs a simple reboot. And here's the tech credibility part. It's not magic, it's just a hidden reset sequence. One customer came in swearing his stereo was dead, already pricing out a new head unit. I showed him the button trick. Hold the power and C keys together for about 10 seconds. The whole system shuts down, then boots back up clean, like restarting a laptop. His music came back, maps loaded, and he left smiling. $0 spent. The combo works on most modern setups, and feels like a hard reset without touching wires or pulling fuses. Next time your screen freezes, don't stress. Just try this quick finger trick. Ever had your car's screen lock up on you mid-drive? And speaking of frozen systems, the next reset dives deeper into safety controls. Reset number 3. ABS traction light reset. Fuse pull. Nothing scares drivers faster than an ABS light popping up on the dash. Add a flashing traction warning, and people think their brakes are shot. But here's the truth. Half the time it's just the control module getting stuck after a wheel sensor glitch. Instead of running to a shop, I reach for the fuse. I had a Subaru roll in after a muddy backroad trip. The owner thought he'd wrecked his braking system because the warning light stayed on. We found the ABS fuse, gave it a quick pull, waited a couple of minutes, then slid it back in. Just like that, the lights cleared and the system came back online. No new parts, no shop bill. It's basically a safe way to tell the car, reset yourself, without touching the whole battery. Next time your dash lights up after a rough drive, don't panic. Start with this easy trick. Ever had your ABS light scare you for no reason? But wait until you see how this next one that deals with an even bigger fear: airbag warnings. Quick pause. If these resets are helping you out, hit that subscribe so you don't miss the next trick. Alright, let's get back. Reset number 4. Airbag light reset. Seatbelt cycle. Few things spike your blood pressure like an airbag light glowing on the dash. Most drivers instantly imagine giant repair bills, but sometimes it's nothing more than a stuck code. I've used a simple seatbelt cycle to clear it on cars from a Civic to a Ford, and it works like a charm. Here's how it went down. A customer panicked when that red warning stayed on after a minor service. Instead of plugging in a scanner, I had him sit in the driver's seat and buckle and unbuckle the belt in the right sequence while cycling the ignition. Within seconds, the light blinked off. No new sensors, no dealer charge. Just a clever little trick. The idea is simple. The car checks belt status with the ignition cycle, and the reset clears out false errors. Next time you see that fear-inducing glow, try this move first. Ever had an airbag light scare you before a road trip? Coming up, let's talk about a reset that calms down a jumpy idle. Reset number 5. Idle and throttle ECU relearn. Load method. Ever swapped a battery and noticed your car idling all over the place? Like it just chugged 3 coffees? That's the ECU forgetting its throttle settings. I've seen a Nissan Sentra come back from routine service with a jittery idle that made the owner think the engine was failing. Truth? It just needed a quick relearn. Here's the method. With the car on, flip on your AC, crank the lights and hit the rear defroster. You're basically putting the engine under load, forcing it to remember how to balance airflow and fuel. After a few minutes, the rough idle smoothed out and the car was steady again. The driver thought I'd performed magic, but really it was just teaching the car its rhythm back. It's a simple money-saving trick that stops wasted fuel and shop visits. Ever dealt with an engine that shakes after a battery change? Try this load reset first. Next, let's look at a reset that can completely change how your transmission shifts. Reset number 6, Transmission ECU Adaptive Reset. Ever felt your car slam gears like it's angry at you? That's usually the transmission ECU stuck with bad habits. Over time, it learns your driving style, and sometimes that logic goes sideways. I had a Corolla in the shop that jolted forward with every gear change. The driver thought the gearbox was toast, but what it really needed was an adaptive reset. Here's the sequence. Ignition on, press the pedal slowly to the floor, hold for a few seconds, then in some models, pulling the fuse for the transmission control module does the same thing. What you're doing is wiping the old memory so the car relearns smooth auto shifts from scratch. After we did it, that Corolla drove like new. No jerks, no drama, just clean transition. It's one of the best performance tricks that costs nothing. Ever had your transmission feel confused? Try this reset before paying for a rebuild. Now let's finish strong with a reset that targets your steering system. Reset number 7, Steering Angle Sensor Reset. Ever notice a little steering wheel light pop up after you get in alignment? Drivers panic, thinking their stability or traction system is failing. Truth is, the sensor just needs a quick recalibration. I had an Accord owner convinced his car was unsafe to drive. All it took was a simple reset, and the warning vanished. Here's the move. With the car on, slowly turn the wheel all the way to one side until it locks, then all the way back to the other lock. Do it twice, bring the wheel back to center, and let the car sit for a few seconds. That's enough to teach the ECU where straight ahead really is. No tools, no scanners, just a free driveway trick. It's a unique little hack and the perfect closer because most folks don't realize how easy it is. Ever had your steering warning light nag you after a shop visit? Try this before paying anyone. Now that we've tackled all 7 resets, I've got a couple bonus insights that'll save you even more. Mythbuster. A lot of people think yanking the battery cable will magically reset everything. Hate to break it to you, it won't. Modern cars have modules that hold memory even after a full disconnect. I've had customers swear they reset their car, only to find the same warning lights the next day. That's why tricks like the ECU fuse pull or pedal relearn actually work. They go deeper than a simple battery trick. Quick tip sidebar, not all resets are built the same. Some clear codes, others recalibrate sensors, or bring back lost functions like auto windows. I once saw a driver replace his whole window motor when all he had to do was hold the switch down for 10 seconds. Moral of the story? Always try the free resets first before spending a dime. Warning. Let me be clear, resets are great, but they're not magic wands. If a light comes back immediately after a reset, that usually means a real problem is hiding underneath. I had a car that kept flashing an ABS light. Turned out the wheel sensor was cracked. The reset cleared it for a moment, but the code came right back. Think of resets as first aid, not surgery. Final thoughts. So there you go, 7 real reset methods, each one a free fix you can try at home before paying a shop. And they've saved folks hundreds of dollars they almost handed over for nothing. Now I want to hear from you. Which reset worked on your ride? Or did you know another trick I didn't mention? Drop it in the comments. I'm always learning from the community too. Hey, if this video saved you time, money, or just gave you that aha moment, hit that like button, share it with a friend who's battling warning lights, and make sure you subscribe, because next time I'm breaking down the 5 resets you should never try, and trust me, that's one you don't want to